So I think this is at a point where it's demoable. It's my new list-based sequencer. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call it yet. So I have an ostinato of an electric piano in the background playing our pedal tone, so you can understand how the scales are being treated here. So I'm gonna hit play, and we should hear an octave. So there's several lanes. The top lane is pitch rotation for our scale. So a value of 0 means that there's 0 rotation if our scale was in the key of C, in this case C major, we should hear C. And if I were to apply a rotation of that, it's going to go to the next scale degree. So if I enter that, we should hear just, you know, do re, and then I could go do re mi. And then if I change the scale in the clip, I can go from major to minor. So let's make a sequence. I don't like that, like just rising all the time. We can go negative too. Now, the cool thing about this is that each one of these lanes is looping independently, and the number of members in the list determines how big the sequence is. So here we have a sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements, so it's sequencing in a loop of 5. This is a loop of 1. It's not doing anything. This is the octave loop. These are velocities, which is currently in a pattern of like 3, an accent every third. And then we have durations that are in a pattern of 4. So let's start playback again, and then I'll add some octave modulation. If I don't like where the accents are landing, we can rotate this. Change the number of elements. And so we could think of, we're sequencing on events on the sound object timescale. The scale area, probably most of the time you want this to be inherited from Ableton Live up here, which is why this is defaulted to inherit, but you can set whatever scale you want if you turn this off. So you can see that the fewer notes you have, the wider the intervals you get, and that's the interesting thing about it is you're not quantizing movement, intervallic movement. What you're doing is you're saying very specifically you're moving to the next scale degree in the scale, so that creates these wider patterns. Anyway, so moving on to the pitch area. This is mesostructural modulation, or it's a bias value that you can apply to the output. And the cool thing is we can see the results in real time, which I like a lot. So like if we wanted to take the sequence but then modally transpose it, again, works real time. And you can do the same thing with velocity. Like we can make a kind of overall contour to the velocity. And then, yeah, so here's the overall contour. Let's reset this. Pew. So low, high. But you can also create a pattern, an accent pattern, that you can apply on a repeating basis. And this is my answer to an LFO, I guess that's why the Ableton devices work this way too. It makes sense. You can even, it is a float, you can enter in non-ints or patterns that go across the bars. Anyway, there's a few more things I want to do with this, but I should be releasing it shortly in a new repository that's going to take into account some of the things I've learned recently, and also technological advances. So let me know what you think.